write down the type of men that either you're attracting or the type of men that you're going out with that's not allowing you to be the type of girlfriend, fiance, wife that you want to be, and find the commonality. And she wrote it and she did. I was like, okay, so what are you going to do? Date the opposite.
Yes. Yes. That's
Right?
so true.
Isn't that how it's supposed to work? I'm guessing.
No, I mean, that is one way to do it. Where I did it, it wasn't really comparing of what I was doing wrong and what I was doing right, or I guess the outcome that I wanted. It was more of my feelings of yes, of how I wanted the relationship to be, because I did go ahead and love and give my time and plan all these like nice events or trips to go to, but I never had that same in return. So when you're giving and giving and giving, you're left empty. You're left like, what am I doing wrong? Is something wrong with me? And that's totally not the case, because you will recognize of like, okay, you are doing something and that's giving way too much when you're getting nothing in return. But there is a pattern for sure. If you're repeating that same thing, or you're not finding that person that you want to spend your life with. So when I did mine, I didn't obsess over it. And there's some times where women are obsessing of like, I want to find a partner. I want to find a partner right now because I have a timeline. But instead, it's more of like, you know what? This is what I want. And if it comes, great. But I'm not going to be wasting my time anymore in men that are not going to give me that time of day.
And I guess that goes back to your point in being able to love yourself and being comfortable being alone with yourself. And that's another point that I wanted to touch on is that before we found the relationship, we were with ourselves.
Exactly.
We loved ourselves. We went on vacation with ourselves. I remember the first time I went to a restaurant by myself. It takes courage, right, to go out in
Yeah.
a public place and say, okay, I'm gonna go eat food by myself because every table comes with two chairs, right?
Hmm.
So so you're there and you're like, yeah, because you're enjoying your company. But
Hmm.
it's interesting to see that we go from just being with ourselves, loving ourselves, appreciating ourselves, we get into a relationship, and then for some reason, when it goes bad, we don't think we can go back to being with ourselves, even though we've loved ourselves for so many years before this.
That is
Why do you,
such a good point,
why do you think that
actually.
happens?
Because when we get involved in a new relationship, right, every time or any time we have available, we go ahead and just share it with that other person. We are, let's say we have a weekend off and we spend both Saturday and Sunday with that person. And then we end up just liking whatever they're liking. So they go ahead and accept us even more and they want to spend time more with us. But what I actually share with my clients is, don't be afraid to go ahead and spend time with your girlfriends. Go ahead and spend some time with your family, or go ahead and even take an afternoon where you're doing something that you like to do, whether that's hiking, whether that's riding a bike, whether that's doing art or writing in your journal, like something where you get to spend time on your own. Because if you are always spending time with your partner, then you kind of lose yourself. You lose yourself in the relationship and you forget who you are. So that's definitely one of the main things that I definitely go ahead and talk about, because in the relationship, yeah, it's great. You're getting so many things in common. You're having adventures. You're creating this life together, but you're still you. And when you just spend all your time with your partner, you forget that you were doing things on your own before.
Do you find that women, I guess in general, struggle with this point?
Yes, they do. They, for some reason, it's just kind of like they're always looking for a, not, no, it's validation. It's of, this is my partner. And I don't know, it's really strange because I did this too. And I was like, I'm never doing that again to myself. I can't lose who I am, because if things do fall apart, and that sometimes it's always going to be stuck in the back of your mind of like, if things fall apart, it's like, you can go ahead and recreate your life again.
Looking back, did you, because you mentioned losing yourself, were you surprised that that was happening to you, that you were in a way losing yourself in these relationships?
I don't know if it's surprised. It was more, I guess, disappointed in myself that I did that. It was more of like, how can I go ahead and give all of me and forget about me? Like forgetting yourself is where I guess you just give all this power to this person and you lose all your power to yourself, because then you're always looking of like, are they happy? Are they going to leave me? Are they going to just I don't know, you think of all of like, you give this power to this person when in reality you have all the power. It's like I said before, you are the creator of your reality, but once you give that up, then feel like you have nothing.